Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609 at my home base number 4 near Carrizozo, New Mexico. Beautiful day, 72 degrees, got a little breeze out of the west. Very nice, very nice, very nice. That's my road that goes down to a little paved road that I go back around into Carrizozo on. And this property is slightly over 3 acres. It's about 380 feet across the front the way I'm pointing. And then down the side over here, this is the west side over here. Let's see, that's wrong. The length across the front is about 200 feet. It's a rectangle. Each end is 200 feet, and then each side is approximately 380 feet. So it's a little over 3 acres. The math works on that. But anyway, not only is it 3 acres, it has water, septic, and electric already installed. Is that good? Hell yes it is, because you can't get anybody to do anything at all nowadays. I mean, the world has stopped unless you're building a new home. Anyway, there's my Class C motorhome. It's a Thor 4 Winds 22E parked on a concrete slab that was put there for a manufactured home that was later removed, and that concrete slab remained. And right to the left there, at the front left, you'll see a little aluminum box there. There is a water hook up there, and I'll show it to you again in a minute. And there's another water hook on the other side. Anyway, this building right here is a metal building, very well, braced. And it's 24 by 24. It's 516 square feet, I think. But it's really nice. I got Sparky in there now. That's my little Chevy Spark, 49.4 miles a gallon. Can you beat that? Man, not in a gasoline car, you can't. 5-speed manual transmission. I drive slow, so there's the reason for that. But anyway, this is the storage building. Am I going to use it to store anything? No, because I'm not buying anything. But it's cute to have. At least I got one. At some point, I mean, in the future, I had thought about all this junk that's in here now was left by the previous owner. And when I get a trash can from the city, then I'll start hauling it off a little bit at a time. But yeah, look up on the side. You see how that's all braced all along there? And even in the corners, they've got corner bracing at every corner, and then roof bracing all along. And so this is a very, very, very stable building. And if I ever chose to, could I build a tiny home inside of here? Yes, I'd have to do it on like pier and beam. I thought this had a concrete slab, but it doesn't. It's gravel, but that's okay. That wasn't a real big disappointment, because I realized then what I would do is just raise up about maybe 6 inches or so, because these walls are 9 feet tall, maybe even taller than that. I believe they're 9-foot legs. So we've got plenty of room to work with to build something inside of here. So that's that. That refrigerator or freezer does not work. I plugged it in, and it doesn't. The garage doors still work perfectly, both of them. That's wonderful. It's got an exit door on that side, works great. It doesn't jam or anything like most of them. Got a double 110 electric outlet there, which is great. And the next thing we'll look at is the other storage building, and then I'll show you more about the rest of the home. Let me get a better grip here. I don't want to drop my phone. Anyway, here's a pile of gravel. They put gravel everywhere, but unfortunately the weeds took it over. And this is all the electrical stuff. That small box right straight ahead there is a 50 amp outlet. I'm not using it now because my cord won't reach. It's only 25 feet. So what I bought me was a 50-foot electric cord and plugged it into he's got a double 110 outlet there. You see that orange cord coming out there. And then on the other side is all the breakers and the main switch and all that stuff. And so you follow the yellow brick road here, or wherever the yellow brick road is. There it is. Now you go right down the road over there, and that goes right over to the RV. And then I'll show you the adapter and how all that's hooked up in just a minute. But yeah, there's another water spigot right there. That's the kind that they use for real cold weather. And it works fine. I fixed it. It did have just a drip, drip, drip when you had the handle closed. But I fixed that. And then when I put the water hose on and pressured it up, it started leaking right at the top. Apparently there's a gasket that's defective. I'll have to replace. But anyway, this is the septic system. I did a video of it. I've either posted it before this or I'll post it after. And so you'll know all about the septic system. You'll be septic system experts. This is another storage building that I really don't need, but it's cute to have, I guess. Maybe I can build a home in there too. But it's an 8 by 10 building, metal building. And those horns were here. The owner I guess he found that head out here somewhere and just stuck them up there because he's just got them wired up. And anyway, this is the inside of that. Got some more junk in here, not too much. Those tiles there, I might be able to use those for something as far as those roofing stuff. I don't know, maybe able to use those too. And then there's some other junk and stuff in here, typical stuff that you have after you've lived it. I think they lived here 8 or so years and then moved to another place. But now we'll go back over to the, and a great thing about this place is it's all underground utilities. You've got your water, electric, and your fiber optic cable all underground. So what you don't see in this video are telephone spaghetti thing running wires everywhere. Now there's some up there by the highway, but there's none here in this several thousand acre development that never took hold. So now we'll go back over here to the RV and I'll show you some more stuff. And this is a path that Ron mowed. Thank you very much, Ron. And he mowed a little place over here in front of the garage, a pretty nice area to get all the weeds out of the way. He had one of those, I don't know, it's called a billy goat or something. It's a mowing machine, I'll tell you that. But Ron volunteered. He's from Capitan. He came by and did that. And thank you again. And over here, okay, I'll show you how the electric, the orange cord, that thing will carry about 1,600 watts. And that's all I need now because I won't be needing the air conditioner. The only thing I'll run is a heater in the morning, which uses 800 watts. But you can see I've got an adapter there for 110 to 30 amp. Okay, that's what where I've got it taped there. The reason I taped it is because if it rains or you don't want to get moisture in there. So I've got that done. And then of course that cable runs on over there and plugs into the RV and gives it life, so to speak. And then this thing here, I don't know, man, that old plant is older than dirt. I hate to get rid of it and I probably won't. We'll see how it goes. And then this is my sewer hookup there. See, I've got it hooked up there. The drain hose runs down, 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 down. And then it comes up here and right here, and then it runs over there to the tanks, okay? And I put a cap on this. I just got this cap because when they left here, they just broke it off apparently. So I had to seal that end off with that white cap there. And then the other end is just a regular RV type hookup, and I just screwed it in. Now the good thing is, what you're looking at there is the bottom of it is 9 inches off the ground, all right? 9 inches above this concrete. Now a better thing is, the hookup at my RV is 13 inches or 15. Well, the base of the unit is 15 inches above the ground. So that gives me enough fall for the drain to work. I mean, even though I don't have it level with this, I mean, what'll happen is when there's enough pressure up there, the water will drain into the tank. I've already seen it and heard it do it. So that works like I planned it would. And then over here, this is just concrete deal here. I'm doing real good on this video, Anna. Anyway, there's my Blue Ox hitch covered. And oh yeah, this is the water hose. Okay, I'll show you the water, how it's hooked up. This is hooked up to the RV, goes under the RV. Here we go. And then over here, across this. And that's a 25, the blue hose is 25 feet. The white hose is 25, if you see it, the white hose there, it's 25 feet. And then at the end, I've got 10 feet. Why do I have so much? Because I wanted to get it out of my way when I come out of my RV. I didn't want to have to step over the water hose every time. You know, a little trip and fall hazard. So that's that. So, and it works perfectly. See in that aluminum box up there, there's a water spigot, or what are you going to call it, faucet. And then what I did here, you see this little tool here? It's got a serrated end. You probably can't see it too well in the video, but I'll get in where you can. You see that? And it's really good metal. This is made in the USA, you know, real steel, you know what I mean? And yeah, real wood, you know what I mean? And yeah, you can get up under these weeds like this and pry them out. Okay, and that's what I've been doing. That's what I did here to clear this spot for my entry. There was just like this, okay, all the way down, and all the way here, and all the way up to there. So I had to use that thing to clear it. And then I just put me down some tiles to make me a little entryway, so to speak. And that's how that goes. And then what else? Yeah, this little thing here, I think it was like 39 bucks, but it's worth it. I bought it at the local hardware store over in Capitan. It's called Lincoln County Hardware. Oh man, great little hardware store, you know, locally owned, all that good stuff. Yeah, I'll do business with local people anytime I can. I mean, Amazon's good, but they not that stuff they're selling ain't coming from around here. So anyway, enough said about that. Yeah, this thing right here, this box is full of insulation. I mean, it's really well insulated. If I was going to be here in the winter, though, I'd have to do something with the hose, like wrap it in some kind of insulation all the way down. But if I was going to be here in the winter and the temperature was going to be 0, I would do that. Now what am I going to do after this? I mean, this is all I'm going to do right now. I mean, because we hadn't even closed on the deal yet. And I'm just doing this to have something to do, basically. Could the deal fall through? Sure, hell yeah, they've done it before, But, all the paperwork's signed, and so we're just waiting on closing. So I don't foresee any issues. But as everyone knows, who's ever done any kind of business with anybody ever, things can change. They just do, for whatever reason they do. Let me get over here out of the wind, and I'll tell you something else I plan to do. Yeah, this is pretty neat, though. I've got my chairs in here just to keep them out of the direct sunlight during the day, because what happens, the sun just eats up that fabric. I mean, just totally. Out here, this sun is brutal, and it's shining all the time. I mean, you get 295 days of this, blue sky. You know what I mean? Is that good? It is, if you're not furniture. I mean, so anyway, what else can I tell you? Now, what I'm going to do there, maybe next spring, before I do anything inside this garage, is I'm going to have them build me a carport or RV cover like I had in Kingsland, Texas at my home base there. And it'll be 18 feet across the front and then 30 feet deep. And so what that'll give me is, you can see in front of the RV there's concrete pad there, and in back of the RV there's a concrete pad the same way, only a little bit longer. And what that will give me is like a patio to enjoy if I want to be outside for a while in the shade. And so that'll work fine. I won't have to put out my awning and worry about the wind blowing it away and all that crap. And also it'll help preserve the RV being under a cover. And then, having said all that, ladies and gentlemen, what's the direction right now? Well, right now, like I said, I'm just waiting to close. When are we going to close? Probably the first or second week in October, which is not very long from now. Time flies. I can't believe it's already going to be October the 1st, because I'll be heading back to Texas the end of October. So with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, before I lose my voice, this is Rusty78609 saying, thumbs up. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all my videos. And if you don't know how to find the link, you just click on that thing that expands the description, and then you'll see it. And yeah, if you're going to buy something from Amazon, why not? Anyway, drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, and that's what I need to do now. Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, keep your health, and enjoy your life the best way you can. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Adios, guys. I couldn't even get that out. Adios.